Would you mind maybe just starting out with sharing about yourself? What is it you do and what is your business involved?
I came to Australia when I was 17. I was let down when I was young. So I'm trying to guide people.
Okay. Is it difficult in Australia? Well, clearly he was lying. What a nightmare.
Australia, a very hot market. You need an insider builder to do it. I've known JB Fox. I've been following him since he came back to Australia.
You never know. It can be one sentence, one message, something hears, and it can help your business. Would you mind maybe just starting out with sharing about yourself? What is it you do and what is your business involved? So we can get to know you.
I am Burmese Australian. I'm originally from a country called Myanmar. I came to Australia when I was 17. Now I am 52.
Okay.
I'm yeah, I'm 52. Married. I got 2 children. I am CPA, but for the past 10 years, I've been finance broking, mortgage broking, and past few years, I also been doing like development by ourselves. One at a time. Now I am getting investor because I want to run the development as a business. But my passion, because I was let down when I was young by my old auntie. So I love helping people. So I have more than 30-year experience doing charity, helping people, being there for others. That's my passion. Part-time, because I also work, study. And I have more than 20-year experience being religious. I'm Buddhist. So my life passion, it'll also help business people. So I'm trying to guide people. I have set up a charity to guide people like have less excitement. So less excitement means less stress and less limit. So it's also good for business people. If you have a less limit, business people don't want to have a limit, right? So the less limit, I mean, the more you can fly, right? So that's how I want to help others.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much for sharing. So you mentioned that you're kind of like a day-to-day, the main thing is the mortgage brokerage. This is what you do?
Yes.
Okay, so I see is that your company? You work for the One Stop Property Finance? How is that?
That's my company. Yep.
It's your company. Okay, this is your company, and you are helping people in Australia to get the mortgages for their houses. You focusing on investors or residential or both? What is it you are?
Both. I focus on my community, Burmese Aussie community. I do like a Facebook video, giving property tips, mortgage tips, so they come to me in my language.
Okay, very good. So people can understand and some mortgage tips. Okay, is it difficult in Australia with mortgages and with the property market over there or real estate market? Like, where is it going and difficulties, or what do you find? Let's say like a challenge over there.
You in Scotland, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. In the US mortgage crash a few years back, there's a lot of dodgy loan, right? Australia stricter. There's a lot of compliance, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to get mortgage. There's not much low dog mortgages or full dog, mostly full dog. So, and lately interest rate gone up from 2% a year to now 6% a year. 3 times in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So property prices gone up, interest rate gone up. So first home buyer is harder to find a home to live. Yeah.
And what kind of a deposit in Australia people have, like a first time buyers, like a 10%, or are there
5%?
5%?
Yeah, 5%. Government help. They help in a way that help you avoid stamp duty. You know stamp duty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you first home buyer, you don't earn too much money. For a single, you earn less than 120,000. For a couple, you earn less than 200,000. Then you entitled to stamp duty waiver. First time home buyer, you buy a home to live, and no stamp duty, and you can buy with 5%.
No,
No
okay.
lender mortgage insurance.
Mm, very good.
Because you're not on high income, government want to help you.
In here,
Only for first home buyer.
yeah,
Okay.
we also have a first-time buyer, no stamp duty in here in UK, and
Yeah.
usually it's 10%. There are a few lenders they would do 5%. If there is a property over 500,000, there you can have 5% for everyone. But obviously, it's a more expensive property, so not as many people can obviously go for those ones. Okay, that's good. And regarding, let's say, the business side for people who are investors, like you are helping also them with the mortgages. So what is it like
Yeah.
with the deposits and things like that? We just want to compare with the UK, for example.
Yeah, of course, because investor minimum 10%. And then you pay lender mortgage insurance. Do you have lender mortgage insurance?
Oh, there is also insurance, yeah, for on mortgages. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need about, if you are investor, you need about 12% deposit plus stamp duty, which is about 4.5%. So you need about 16.5% of the property value as a cash or equity to buy.
So in that scenario, it's a little bit better in your place because in here the minimum is 25%. Stamp duty, yeah, plus stamp duty, yeah, plus all the other.
How much stamp duty?
It depends. In the UK, in Scotland, it's now actually it was increased, so it's 8%.
Oh, here 4.5%.
Yeah, in England it's a little bit lower, I think, still, but in Scotland they increased it, so it's making it a little bit more difficult for investors, you know, to doing flips or some projects. It's like it's going a little bit now more.
Oh, flip, yeah, flip. The thing is because I'm also doing development. Flip is buying and selling costs. It's like over here 10%. Buying cost, the stamp, you got stamp duty, agent fee. Stamp duty 8% for foreigner. If you foreigner buy here, 8% stamp duty.
Yeah. And if you in Australia, if you do a flip and let's say you make 100,000, Australian dollars as a profit, can you invest the money into another deal or do you need to pay taxes from that profit already?
It depends what kind of structure you invest under. I'm also CPA. And I also have mentor for the development. So they suggest that you invest under companies or some kind of special vehicle. Example company, you pay around 25% tax. And then after you pay 25% tax, you allowed to reinvest that money if you work under company structure.
Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you very much for clarifying that. And you said that you are doing the developments for your properties. You've done how many have you done already yourself?
We've been doing a few, but by ourselves. Like we do renovation, cosmetic, structural, and build two-story granny flat. Like me, I bring the strategy money, I do the relationship, but my husband is on the side, manage the people, trainees. Yeah, I'm not on the side.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should go on the site. You are doing this carpet wrong. Change it. So okay, so
Why is a little bit tough? And once one of the asbestos guy, they took my husband's car key because they want to get paid before they finish the job, right? And my husband said, I can't pay without you finish. And they took the car key. So he had to pay. And police don't come. Police come five hours after.
I have a different story. I had a builder. He was doing our very first refurbishment project. He was lying to us, and we didn't know for a while. But after we kind of found out, when we asked like what things are done, we left 2 hours from that property, and he said like only these things needs to be done. We went there just in the evening when we knew he's not on the site, and clearly he was lying because it wasn't done. He'd done the bathroom, the floor wasn't leveled, and things like that. So after we pack all of his things, we delivered to his house, and it's like, okay, we are done with you because we didn't want him to go back to the property because we didn't know what he's going to do. We only had the one set of keys, which was in the key safe box, which we had. And I said, I'm not paying you for this bathroom, this £2,000 or whatever, because we need to redo it. The next builder needs to redo it. He went in because he made himself a second key, which we didn't know. And he sent me a video that he's breaking the tiles with the hammer. And after he went to the bathroom and he broke every single wall in the bathroom and the tiles, what he'd done, because he said, like, if you're not paying me for this, so he basically destroyed everything. We called the police, and police came there. He wasn't there. They went to his house. They arrested him. He went for 1 day to prison, just overnight. And after, we could press charges on him for destroying property and things like that. We didn't, because I know he doesn't have any money, so it doesn't lead anywhere. So we left it like that. But what a nightmare with a simple bathroom and one builder wanting £2,000.
Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
So I don't decide.
So it's important to have a good team.
Yeah. Some people.
Okay.
But
And
now
you
I'm working with investors because
Uh-huh.
I want to run it like a business.
Yes. Yeah, you want to run it as a business. So do you already have some projects ongoing with investors like involved to where basically how is it working now?
Okay, as a business, we do it the first one ourselves, but doing that, I found some people who want to do with us. So now we in a group of 4. The next one we're gonna do it together. We all got some money, but we might also get investor money and do it together. And one of us is the builder, because after a while I find that we need a builder as an insider within our group, because the land price you can't really control. Australia a very hot market, but if you have the builder, you can control the build cost. We import from China prefab home, etc. Now these days, prefab home from China, all you have to do is it's like IKEA. You just install it, So our job become installer.
Wow.
But you need an insider builder to do it.
Do you need to have a certain planning permission to build that kind of a house?
Or
Ask the council, like, let's say, I don't know, how is it in Australia, like we have different councils, different regions. So because in here, for example, if I'm in Scotland and I have a land, I can just build there whatever I want, right? So I need to ask them, like, can I build that kind of a house? And they might tell me, like, no, you cannot build that house from China, which you just fold together like IKEA, because it doesn't fit to this area in here in Scotland. It needs to be that kind of a house. So do you have those things in Australia too?
Yeah, but we know builder doing that. So I'm not technically expert at it, but now that we have a builder in our group, we stronger because other builder does it. Our builder also have a way to do it. And one of my mentor, he's finding out all the compliance stuff. Yeah. So sooner or later, we might not be able to do it tomorrow, but it's on its way, in progress. So sooner or later, having a builder, we can cut the cost down, because those kind of things, even compliance, builder does it, but builder don't openly tell the developer. They save costs for themselves. So if you are a developer, I'm the builder, I probably import from China. I won't give you cheaper price. I take it as my saving. So I need a builder on my side.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. More stronger people in the team, all goes much better. And I think it's the good thing about being the part of the insiders community, because there is a lot of people, those people pay a lot of money. We know it's not cheap. So those people are serious people who wants to really grow their business, and they want to be serious. They don't want to just mess up with people, because otherwise they wouldn't be here, right? So I think this is really good about that. So what do you think about JT Fox, and how long you are also insider and in the community?
I've known JT Fox. I've been following him since he come back to Australia after the COVID. Not for COVID. After COVID, as soon as he come back, I found him. So I've been following him, but I joined Insider not long ago, a few months ago.
Yeah, okay. Me too. We joined in March, 2 months ago.
Yeah. He's good. Yeah. But you the only one doing podcasts.
Really?
Yeah. You have a lot of experience with podcasts.
It depends what kind of a podcast. I shoot it today. You are my first podcast from Insiders, because I made a post over there, and because I'm looking for people to interview and interact, and I'm like, why not to ask Insiders? There's a lot of successful people, so let's tap into that, kind of. And I spoke today with a lady. She's also from Australia, and Christina, and she also have a podcast called Game Podcast. It's about like a personal a game of life she was telling me about. So she also does some kind of a podcast. I need to go and check
Can
it.
you tell me to her? Because I want to be on podcast. I don't want to run the podcast, but I want to be on
Yeah,
podcast.
absolutely. I think, well, of course, you can ask her. She's from Australia, so it's obviously easier for you. She's obviously in the group. I can, you know, do you know?
Because we are connected on Telegram. Can you tell me if you tell me her name, I'll send her
Yeah, I
message.
will send you on the message her name, so you can obviously find her. And I don't know what kind of people she takes on the podcast. I don't know, but even
I'll
just
ask her.
asking in the community and insiders, like, I would like to be a guest on the podcast. Who in here runs podcast? I think a lot of, I think I would imagine more people in the insiders would run a podcast. Maybe they just don't share it there, so we don't know about it. And the only thing is, I just shared it. So yeah.
How many people did you get?
So far, because the time I posted, I think I got a lot of Australian people because they were awake. USA people were. So I
And
think,
you post it again. You have to post it again.
yeah, I know, but yeah, I will. I'm gonna get more people. I mean, ideally to interview every insider, to be honest,
That's
because it's a really good way to get to know you as a people.
you
Because
never know.
yeah, I'm in the new in the insiders, and I obviously will come to make a success. I'll be meeting you more often, and it's a good way, first way to get to know each other. So we already have some information about each other when we meet in person. So we don't need to, waste a lot of time. So yeah, I think I have like 8 people booked the podcast already. I think pretty much.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I think business people, they want to talk about what they're doing,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they may work, but they don't get to open up, right? They
yeah.
want to open up, talk about how they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that you are sharing it because you never know. Like, I'll be sharing it. Now there's more people from Australia. You want to run the development as a business. That means you need more investors involved with you. With that, you are mentioning the builders, things like that. So you never know. It can be one sentence, one message, somebody something hears, and it can help your business. So
Yeah.
I'm finding it very, very interesting. So
Yeah.
this is good. What kind of like a number wise, if you wouldn't mind sharing, like if you do this kind of a project, you after the development, would you keep it, like you refinance, you keep it, or you are selling it?
No, I'm selling it.
Selling.
I'm a developer. I build and sell.
Yeah, you build and sell, okay. And
That's a business, I'm running a business.
Yeah.
I sell. I'm not an investor. I'm a developer.
Sure. And so what kind of money you can make on something like that when you sell? What kind of like how long the project can take? What kind of money you can make from like a build?
Okay. Example, if you build 6, you get 1 as a profit.
Okay, so if you make 6, 1 is as a profit, 5 is the cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
On average.
It's actually
It
good.
takes
Mhm.
it takes about 1.5 to 2-3 years. Depend. Like if you do 6, maybe 2.5 years. If you do
Oh.
2-3, maybe 1.5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
takes the time. I know when I joined, there was some guys doing the page in Titans. No, it wasn't in Titans. They went on the top 1 coaching in the UK, and they wanted to do development of 58 apartments or something in Canada, I think. And they were pitching it and they were sharing like the ideas how to do it. They had a little bit of experience with smaller projects, but not as huge. And JT was just destroying them. It was like, no, there's no way you're gonna build it in such a short time, because it was like it's gonna take it like year and a half. And it's like year and a half, 52 apartments or something. It was really ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah. The development takes, but I think it's good because you are focusing kind of on the longer term gains. More
Yeah.
future you are focusing, more money you can make, right?
Yeah. I don't want to do apartment. We're happy with like duplex townhouses, but what I'm after in the medium to long term, someone to partner with,
Mm.
like someone, because when you do development, you need cash, right? And then you can borrow, but then you have to put some cash in, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure in the medium to long term, I will find someone like JT did who will give me cash so I can do however many project I want and then share profit 50-50. So I'm looking for 1 person or 2 like JT had. They give him cash, he borrow, do the project, share half,
Yeah.
then you have no limit,
Yeah. This is
Now JD get bored. That's why he's now on M7A. He get bored of the process.
yeah. It's I think kind of natural way to grow because yeah, the businesses. I think in general, I really like businesses that they can make much more money and like real estate property. Yeah, is a good way to grow, but also it takes some time and it can be slower. Like he mentions many times, like properties can or real estate can make you millionaire, but businesses can make you multimillionaire or billionaire or whatever. But it's good to have that kind of a stability of the property because obviously, I mean, I like it for the reason that you have a real asset. You also have the cash flowing property if you own it. People, I think, need also that kind of a cash flow to be comfortable in order to go to some bigger deals, right?
Yeah. I'm sure I'll find because I seem to be quiet, but always connecting with people. So I find other people find it. I went to a builder today. He found a Chinese billionaire, so he can build as many homes as he wants, sell it, profit share.
Yeah.
So the builder want to build, developer want to build and sell. Someone who has money, they want to use that money and make profit.
Yeah.
So
They
they
have to.
just they giving, yeah.
They have to because otherwise the money are losing the value. So obviously they need to move the money. They need to do and they need to find the right people who will help them to do that. So
Yeah,
are you planning to do any pitching in the Titans group? Because you said you didn't do it yet, right?
I haven't done it yet.
And you planning
I'm just, I will sooner or later. I haven't done it.
sooner or later? So
Yeah.
okay, so next week or the week after, sooner or later?
Yeah, soon, I think. Yeah.
Amazing, cool. So I would like to ask you about this. You said you are practicing, you are a Buddhist for 20 years. So you mentioned,
Yeah, more than 20 years. That's my passion.
at the start, you mentioned you are 52, okay? You are doing it for 20 years. So have you been in a religion beforehand, like any different religion or not at all? And how did you kind of decided to go with this kind of Buddhism? And if you can maybe share a little bit about it, as I don't know that much. I have a friends that are practicing it, but I don't know that much.
Yeah, I was born Buddhist.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have a religion, right?
Yeah.
But they just come with our parents. You don't really, a lot of us are not serious, right?
Yeah.
I was only serious when I was 13 years old. I wasn't serious before that. It's just my parents' thing, right? But because I was let down when I was young, my auntie treated me like a servant for a few years, and my parents are there, but they always fighting, so they don't care about me. So I suffer mentally. So that's why I turned to religion when I was 30, and religion saved me, yeah. And now I learned enough that I just set up a charity. I want to guide other people have less stress. I know a lot of people, regardless of their religion, they meditate to focus, especially business people, successful business people. A lot of them, they meditate to focus, yeah? But what I want to guide is not meditation, realization, and you live with it. If you live with it, you get less excitement, less stress, so less limit to business people. So you want to explain a little bit more?
Yeah.
How do you get less excitement?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I think we all look different, but
I
we
mean,
all
we look pretty much the same, okay? We both smile. Now continue.
It's okay. We all look different. We all different nationality, but we all human beings, right? So all human beings only have two feelings, okay? Happiness and unhappiness, right? Other feeling, they're part of it, right? When you angry, you unhappy, right? When you excited, when you want something happy. So there's only two feelings, happiness and unhappiness, right? But what I'm trying to teach people is your feelings are right, but your feeling, you have to base it on something. The feeling don't come from nothing. You have to base it on something. Like, okay, you get excited when you see your girlfriend, right? So your feeling based on the girlfriend or wife, right? If she's not here, you don't get excited, right? So all our feeling have to base on something. But what I want to teach people is we have a feeling, okay, but what we based it on, when we feel it, it's not there anymore. It's not alive. Because I don't know if you believe in science. Science said things are always moving. They're moving too fast that when you think it's there, they're not there anymore. So what I try to say is we having feelings or nothing. We're having feelings on the image, on the past. It's not now, it's not present. Like you think you see me, but you only see reflection of me. You smiling on me, but you smiling on my reflection. We different part of the world. You don't see me. You only see my reflection. I only see your reflection, but I'm smiling at you. So we have a feeling on the reflection. It's not real, you know. So once we realize that, because even if you think scientific way, things are always moving. But you always having feeling on the past, they already gone. So it's too true, but hard to live with. Yes. We live in the imagination, right? So it's hard to live with. But then if you have a belief, when you have excitement, you calm down. Because, when you get depressed, when you get too excited, just realize that we having those kind of feeling on things already passed. You smiling on my reflection. I'm not there. You smiling on my screen. We are different part of the world. So if we realize that, we calm down. So even business people, if they're less excited, then they have less limit, less stress. It's good for business people. Good when you are dying, when you old age. Otherwise, you worry, I'm gonna die. But just realize that we never live. Our feelings are always based on the past. So take it easy. Nothing to. Yeah.
A good message. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
You stress too much. Take it easy. Yeah, but I think it's important because I think so many people are stressing too much about things that are not as important, and after they realize it later or just that evening. So yeah, it's good to just to take a step back and is that really important? Do I need to stress about that, or do I don't have to? Yeah.
Already passed, especially when you angry or when you excited, it's always the past. It's already gone, even if you smoke like that, it only lasts 2 minutes, right? It's already gone and you having feeling on that, So if you get less, even, when you angry, you like say a lot of our children, they don't listen to us, but then, if you have this feeling, you can put up with them because nothing important, they're your children, So it's like that, Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to me. That's why I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think it was really good to having you today. It's really
thank
good to find out what is it you do with you are the mortgage broker helping people with the like a development side doing your own also now running as a business. I think you have a lot of things going on. It's good to know what is it you are doing. I mean, if anybody obviously would like to connect with you, obviously they will through all these various channels.
I would love to podcast you too, because that's when you get to talk about you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Once you start your podcast, or if you do, let me know and I'll be more than happy to come.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.